as well as the finalists for the Central. Today, the finalists of the North Zone will be decided here at the Hazley Crawford Stadium. The Tigers, as well as the men from East Mucurapo Secondary School, face off here at the legendary Hazley Crawford Stadium. We are live and ready to bring you all of the action of the Coca-Cola Intercol North Zone semi-finals. The weather that these young men will play under, it's 30 degrees Celsius. There's a little drizzle right now, 74% humidity index and wind speeds of 18 kilometers per hour. My name is Hans Devines, and joining me, Enrique the Pundit Rupert, who has been posting about this league and keeping us up to date with so many different things. And of course, a man that celebrated to this day, Brent, years ago qualifying for the World Cup. Brent Sancho is here with us. Let's look at how we got here, Brent Sancho.
Of course, now we are looking at the roadway for the North Zone Intercol final. It was a close game between Fatima and Trinity College. Obviously, Fatima went on to win that one. East Mucurapo, who are playing here today, went through penalty kick method to get to this process. St. Anthony's College and Queen's Royal College, who are also part of this day, they also had comprehensive victories to get themselves into the zonal semi-finals.
Enrique, let's talk about our fixtures today. Who do we have and what can we expect?
Yeah, you know, St. Anthony's College going up against East Mucurapo Secondary. And later this evening, we have Fatima College against QRC, Queen's Royal College. Two big games in the north, you know, and St. Anthony's College and East Mucurapo going up first. Very exciting match.
Well, let's start on St. Anthony's College immediately. Tell us about the Tigers.
Yeah, you know, St. Anthony's College, the closest thing I could equate their football to is the Brazilians. You know, they're fancy footballers. You know, they love to do those overlapping runs, underlaps. You know, they're one of those teams that utilize that in this secondary schools football league. So it'll be exciting. They beat them 2-0 in the league phase, and they're looking forward to beating them again here in the North Zone Intercol semi-finals.
Well, we'll see what happens, but let's hear what Coach Daniel had to say about them. I know Coach Daniel has been with this team, standing strong by them. Brent, what kind of influence has he had on the team?
He's had a major influence. It's a team that, as Enrique rightfully said, has a lot of talent that's passed through this program. They've done well. Of course, they're playing in a division where you have the likes of Fatima, who've been doing exceedingly well. So this is a situation where they would want to see themselves move to the finals and hopefully go on from there.
Well, let's hear from Coach Daniel.
Coach, an opportunity to play in the North Zone Intercol final. Your assessment on today's game?
We are prepared and ready to play, right? The decision now is up to the boys, and which I feel they will give a fantastic performance today.
Well, East Mucurapo has been inconsistent throughout the season. A difficult opponent when they're on their day. What are the keys to the game for St. Anthony's College?
Well, the keys to today is to go all out in attack, and we are coming to win the game.
Thank you very much, Coach. All the best.
You're welcome. Thanks.
Coach Daniel there saying the team is ready to attack with full force. Now let's talk about East Mucurapo just a little bit.
Well, they've been very inconsistent, East Mucurapo. Their results show it. They've had a magnificent result against Samuel Secondary, and then, of course, the last game of the season, they were trounced by St. Mary's. That's the type of season they've had. Coach has talked about being better defensively.
Yeah.
That's what they need to do. They've had a change in the goalkeeping department. They're fine going forward, as if they can keep the ball out of the net. That is the key for the game for East Mucurapo today. That's a big ask for them.
Well, let's hear what Coach Saunders has to say about his young men.
Coach, an inconsistent season, more highs than lows, a chance to get into the final. Your thoughts?
Yeah, definitely. You know, a step in the right direction for us. We have been doing well so far. I've seen a lot of improvement this season with the boys. And, you know, I'm saying we deserve to be in the semi-final.
Well, of course, a team that has been consistently well in the North in terms of the Intercol performances that you've had. A chance to probably go all the way. What has been the preparation like been going into this one?
Yes, definitely. You know, we have been trying to defend properly without conceding goals. We brought in a U16 goalkeeper who have been doing a fantastic job against St. Mary's College. So, you know, the boys are gelling well, and they are really, really focused on this game.
Thank you very much, Coach. All the best.
Thanks a lot.
We'll see how those defensive changes benefit East Mucurapo. Of course, last time we saw them, Brent Sancho, it was that very, very intense encounter with Pleasantville, where Pleasantville showed they had some steam.
Yeah, they had some steam, and at the end of the day, I think that lapses in defenses is what concerned Coach.
Well, Brent, Enrique, when we talk about Intercol, we can't not mention Colin Murray. Colin Murray, your assessment today.
Well, guys, I've heard everything you've got to say about these two teams, St. Anthony's and East Mucurapo. It's going to be a tight one. It's really tough to call. Yes, St. Anthony's beat them 2-0 in the league, but East Mucurapo, they're a dangerous team when it comes to Intercol. They really are going to be pushing hard to win it. And St. Anthony's College, on the other hand, they've got some pedigree behind them since the days of Nigel Grooves now. And you know, they would want to do something in the Intercol. They've not done anything in the league. They started badly. Yes, they finished mid-table, but I think they're going to be a tough team to beat today. But still, it's a hard one to call. It can go anyway, guys. Back to you.
Ready for that assessment. Here we have the officials ready to head out on the field. The players are ready, and our broadcast team, they are ready here at the Hazley Crawford Stadium as we get ready for North Zone Intercol semi-finals round. Reminding you, download the SportsMax app today on the Google Play or Apple App Store. The Coca-Cola Intercol North Zone semi-finals. The first matchup when we come back.
Welcome here to the Hazley Crawford Stadium, the iconic Hazley Crawford Stadium It's the Coca-Cola Intercol North Zonal Semi-Finals. The first game, St. Anthony's College against East Mucurapo Secondary, and that's to be followed by Fatima College, the league champions. They will come up against Queens Royal College in what should be a really interesting game. There are the teams, the officials first, followed by the teams. St. Anthony's College in white with red shorts, and the East Mucurapo team, black shorts and a purple top. So here is the team's lineup, and they will exchange pleasantries. They always do that at the start of the match, and that's the only time they exchange pleasantries. Other than that, they don't. So it's really cloudy and overcast at the moment. We did have a little slight shower. There is a slight drizzle. There is a slight drizzle at the moment. And we'll have to wait, and hopefully the rain will not come and these players can give us a full afternoon. Teddy. So there are the officials, referee C.J. O'Brien, the assistant referees Cumin Nicholas and Tevon LaRose, and the fourth official, Isaiah McIntyre. So those are the officials for this afternoon's game. And there is the East Mucurapo team saying their final prayers. As this is the starting lineup for East Mucurapo. There's Taylor, Jarvis, Atiba, McShine, Cox, Henry, Mohammed, Newton, Edwards, Harley, and Andrews. That is their lineup. And the coach, of course, Dale Saunders. The St. Anthony's lineup, we'll give you that in a bit. As the St. Anthony's team just saying their prayers. There's the team formation, firstly, of East Mucurapo. Well, there is... So this is the St. Anthony's lineup. As there's Jackson, he's in goal. There's Francois, Bob Haywood, Thomas Rose, Wilson Wright, Covador, Fraser, Miller, Thomas, and the coach, Ronald Daniel. There's the formation.
Well, it's your typical 4-2-3-1 combination. Most of the positive attacking play comes through Wilson Wright, the number 10, and the leader of that St. Anthony's team.
So the officials just about getting ready to get this game underway. So it's St. Anthony's going to be with the kickoff. Or no, it's East Mucurapo, as a matter of fact. They have the kickoff with Jarvis. So here is Jarvis. So it goes all the way back towards Cox. He in turn with that long searching ball as Jarvis made that run forward, but it's headed out, and it's going to be a throw for East Mucurapo. Edwards is going to take the throw. Nice turn there from Khalifa, but that's Henry. But he was fouled in the interim, so it's going to be a free kick for East Mucurapo. Very overcast at the moment, conditions. Nice, cool conditions, but very overcast. So Edwards is going to take the... Is it Edwards? It doesn't seem to be Edwards. No, it's not. In fact, matter of fact, as that ball is played over onto the far side, kick there was taken by Cox. But here is St. Anthony's trying to get possession. No team really able to keep hold of the ball as that ball is played out by Bob. It's going to be a throw for East Mucurapo. So just about a minute gone here. This is the first Coca-Cola North Zone Intercol semi-final. And the winners will meet the winner of the other semi-final between Fatima and QRC.
Well, I know, Colin, we spent the last 2 days talking about the pitch conditions.
Oh.
I had the fortune of walking out there on the glorious green grass at this Hasty Crawford. It's well manicured. I think underneath the surface, however, as we have a look at Coach Saunders of East Mucurapo, I think still under the surface is quite soft. It's slick. And again, footwear comes into question. It's extremely important that the players, especially the defenders, are wearing the right boots that is required for such a surface. It does look dry. There's no puddles on the pitch. But I tell you what, Colin, it's soft out there.
Yeah, well, it looks can be deceiving because from here, it looks a absolutely perfect pitch. The kind of pitch you look at and say, okay, I want to play it today. And certainly not what we've seen in the last couple of days, especially in the Central Zone semi-final. It was absolutely horrible for those young men from Miracle Ministries and the Caps team. Well, here is Mucurapo trying to clear it at the back, but only able to kick it is Coach Daniel and his trusted lieutenants. He's been with St. Anthony's for a long while now, Coach Daniel. As I said, took over from Nigel Grosvenor and hasn't had the same sort of success, but it's hard to get the kind of success to emulate Nigel Grosvenor that he had at St. Anthony's, and of course produce some great players, the likes of Kenman Jones and Carlos Edwards, just to name two. And I'm sure there are a few others. But here is St. Anthony's as they look to come forward. Ball played wide out towards Fraser. Does well, collects it back in field, looks to get it over, still in control. Turns with it, but I think he's won a throw. So no, it's going for East Mucurapo. Oh.
Wow.
I think that didn't go in at all, did it?
No, it didn't.
Yeah,
So you would have to retake it.
Yeah, he's got to take it again.
But you talk about the type of players that St. Anthony's College have produced throughout the years. I think since Coach Daniel has come in, there's been that talent flow as well. I think you have to take into consideration the uprise of Fatima College, just to name one program. And of course, what's happening down south with the likes of Naparima and Presentation, because their their recruitment arm now stretches all the way throughout the length and breadth of Trinidad and Tobago, and where St. Anthony's College got a catchment area of players normally and traditionally, that's changed. And because of that, the amount of talent that normally flows through this program probably has diminished a little bit. So Coach Daniel have had his challenges. Of course, Coach Grosvenor was great at recruiting and making sure that the right talent came to the school.
Yeah, that's for sure. Well, the ball played over. This is Fraser. Still in possession. Edwards is trying to get at him. Plays the ball back nicely. They're getting it towards Harewood, but he couldn't control it. So it's going to be a throw for East Mucurapo. No, he's actually given a free kick. So the free kick is going to be taken by Cox. Just about 5 minutes gone. Still no goals here yet in the first Coca-Cola North Zone Intercol semi-final. As that ball comes wide, trying to get possession was Henry, but again, free kick given to East Mucurapo. Cox is going to come forward, one of the two central defenders, and he's going to take the... No, he's actually left it there. This is the skipper, McShine. He loses out, but he's able to get it back towards Newton. And Mohammed, not a great clearance, but the ball, in fact, will come to Edwards. He can't keep it in play, and it's going to be a throw for St. Anthony's.
Well, despite it being early doors, Colin, you'd have to suggest that St. Anthony's have started the brighter of the two. Yeah. They've been on the front foot, and East Mucurapo looks a bit shaky. Maybe nerves, but certainly not the type of start.
None so far, though, Brent, have been able to string a few passes together. And I think that's the problem at the moment. Well, they give it right back here.
That's a good cross.
To Harewood, and the ball comes in, but no, Gwen, well defended by East Mucurapo. Sent upfield. Jarvis is given chase. Francois is there. This is Francois.
That's good work.
Goes back to Bob. In the middle of the field there now is Thomas. Goes wide to Fraser. Cuts inside nicely with it. Looking for the shot. No, he has it now over the bar. You could see him looking, angling himself for that shot. And when it came, he just never got over the ball.
Yeah, good work again. Getting in there on his right foot.
Fraser
eluding his man. Setting it up well. Right at that point there, Colin. Certainly need a huge slice of composure. That's when you gather yourself and you make sure that you put full concentration on what is needed and required to get the ball on frame. He didn't do that. Everything else he did very well.
Well, again, trying to get Fraser going down that left side. Not able to. Goes out of play, and it's going to be a throw for East Mucurapo. So the throw is going to be taken by Edwards. Heads go up, but Fraser is there first. Good work there. This is McShine. Ball goes right back into the middle to Atiba. He gets it to Mohammed. Mohammed wide to Newton. Ball played up towards Harvey. Or Harley, sorry. And comes all the way back into the middle of the field. This is Harley playing that ball for Jarvis. He's getting just to the back of the defense. Jarvis, he has a shot. Comes off the keeper. He's not able to hold on to it. Jackson not able to hold on to that. Was a powerful shot. Went straight to him, but it was powerfully struck. East Mucurapo suddenly looking to come alive here at the Hazley Crawford Stadium. Ball is played forward to Thomas. Thomas sending that ball further down the right side to Crovador. But it's well defended and it goes out. It's going to be a throw for St. Anthony's. So,
well, they sprung to life, didn't they, East Mucurapo?
I like the look of Jarvis up front. He looks quick, and looking to take on the defenders.
And I think more importantly as well, Colin, he has the capabilities of creating his own chance.
Yeah.
Making a chance for himself, and that's exactly what he did. And that was an absolute cannon that goalkeeper Jackson had to repel with his chest.
Well, here's Rose with the throw, sending it infield, gets the return ball, sends the cross in, but it comes off of Newton. It's going to be a throw for St. Anthony's. So Daniel Rose is going to take the throw. The goalkeeper for St. Anthony's, Brent Germany Jackson. I wonder if his dad and mum were supporters of Germany when the World Cup was going on. Here's that ball goes back towards Rose. And let's see, it's cleared away by Mohammed. So another throw for St. Anthony's.
Well, they've gotten here, both East Mucurapo and St. Anthony's, in contrasting styles, really, Colin.
Yeah.
St. Anthony's with a big victory and over Blanchishes, and then of course East Mucurapo through the penalty system against St. Mary's College.
It's going to be interesting because that victory against Blanchishes is in the Big Five. Not that they may qualify to get into the Premier Division, but it shows just how much work they've got to do.
Yeah.
If they do get into the Premier Division, because losing 7-2 is really a bad licking.
Yeah, bad licking. And we've seen it throughout the zonal play. Here's an opportunity.
Well, here's a chance now. He's looking for his shot, and eventually the shot is going to come. Takes a deflection. But there was Thomas looking for the shot. He played it back to Miller. Miller had the shot, but it took the deflection, and it's gone for a right-sided corner. Fraser is going to go across the ticket. There is Thomas.
Yeah, when he got the touch here, I just felt that once he got it under control, that maybe he could have swiveled and had a shot, but instead he decides to pass it. Maybe the lesser of the options.
Yes, and Miller, in fact, having the shot, but it was well defended. So a right-sided corner, Fraser is going to take it. Goes to the far post, the heads go up. And the referee is giving a free kick. Free kick awarded for pushing. And so it's going to be this free kick for East Mucurapo. Goalkeeper Alexander is going to take it himself. Headed back forward towards Thomas. He couldn't control it. And it's picked up in the midfield by Atiba. He sends that long ball over onto that left side, looking for Harley. He is in a chase there. He goes down. And the referee, in fact, is indicating that it was a foul. So Harley was pushed. And let's have a look at it.
And the reason why is because it was in his back right there. He tried to, Harley, make it a shoulder-to-shoulder challenge, but instead he shoved in the back. I think he would have been better suited if he just won the football, Colin, with his feet. Maybe he was second in that race and eventually lost it. Gives away a free kick in a compromising position, because a good delivery here could spell trouble for St. Anthony's College.
Well, here is Harley himself with the free kick. Sends it low towards the goal. Now, that was interesting. I thought he would have floated it more towards the center, towards the penalty area. But here goes St. Anthony's.
Perfect textbook.
Why did I think you would say that?
Well, it's a good challenge, Colin.
Many years ago, Brent, Bahrain. Remember it like yesterday. I was there actually doing commentary on radio. And one of the things that stood out for me was after the game, I was way up, you know, looking down at the game. And after the game, they ushered me onto the field, you know, to stay on the field, because, of course, I don't think the crowd was too enthused with what they saw, because leading up to that game against Bahrain, I remember walking through the city, and they were just going, "You from Trinidad, Tobago, you get 5."
Yeah.
You know, and they were so confident of victory that when Dennis Lawrence header hit the back of the net and they realized they were going to lose, it was suddenly the whole atmosphere in the stadium changed. But here is East Mucurapo trying to get the go-ahead goal. But what a day.
Well,
what a time for the country.
Oh,
that's a bad pass. This could be problems here. Oh, he's hit it wide, is he? Yes, he's hit it wide. Well. Thomas, he got there. I think he could have carried it a little bit, Brent. He opted to take the shot. And let's have a look.
Yeah, it was always short, the back pass. But I think once Thomas got it here, just needed to go around the goalkeeper, because he was stranded in no man's land. Goalkeeper Andrews.
Yeah, Edwards with the back pass.
It never had the legs to do it.
Yeah, never did.
It was on his weaker foot, and he tried to play it back. I'm not sure why he didn't just turn and try to just pass it upfield. Instead, he went with a back pass. He's a lucky boy. Very, very lucky boy, because that should have been 1-0 to St. Anthony's College.
That's for sure. Well, Edwards playing that ball forward and getting it towards Miller. Sorry, getting it towards Taylor. But it's actually with Crovador. And he loses out as that ball, well, it takes a deflection and goes back towards the goalkeeper. And that's going to be a goal kick for East Mucurapo.
Well, I was about to say, Colin, back with your comments about the anniversary being today with Trinidad and Tobago's win against Bahrain and qualification for their first ever men's senior World Cup. There was a rightful air of expectation in Bahrain, because they came to Trinidad, and although it was a 1-1 result, truth be told, they should have gone away with a victory, because they were the dominant team in that fixture.
Was it overconfidence from the Trinidad and Tobago team? I think it was the pressure. Bahrain?
I think it was the pressure of playing at
home. Yeah.
And of course, a full crowd here at the Hazley Crawford Stadium, and a situation to create history. That expectation. I remember the hotel was packed with people, well-wishers, tickets wanters, you name it, they were all there. And that provided extra pressure to the boys.
But the equalizer from Burchell was a beauty, wasn't it?
Yeah.
I mean, that I think the crowd totally erupted, because I think they were resigned to a 1-0 defeat until Burchell came up with that thunderbolt and make it 1-1. But still, the Bahrain crowd felt that you're coming into their backyard, and victory should have been there. Oh, there he drops it.
And that's a miss again.
Another opportunity for St. Anthony's.
That's a
Fraser. Yeah, Fraser.
Well, just when he thought that Thomas's miss was bad, Fraser said, hold my Coca-Cola, let me have a try. And his own was as bad or even worse. It just needed composure. He could have allowed it to trickle to his left foot, Colin, and just tap it into the net. But again, he was rushed. And he made that choice. You have to wonder, I know it's still very early in the game, if those chances will come back to haunt St. Anthony's.
Well, just 17 minutes gone, still no goals, but you have to think that St. Anthony should be 2 goals up. Well, here is Thomas again, trying to get it across, but well blocked by Cox. And it's with Haywood. Long ball. Whoa, the keeper. Yeah. Well, he's starting to lose some confidence because Alexander should have held on what was a routine catch. And it slipped right through his fingers, or just touched his fingers. And there is Haywood, who was just crossing the ball more than anything else. But he's got a corner for his team. Well, no goals yet.
Well, in the build-up, Coach Saunders talked about young Andrews, the under-16 goalkeeper coming in, of course, and now playing for the senior team. It's a young man, and maybe that pressure of the semi-finals is starting to take a toll on him. You hope not, for his sake.
Yeah, it actually is Andrews, Aaron Andrews, the goalkeeper, and not Deshaun Alexander, who was keeping all the time. And I really thought Alexander was the one in goal, but in fact it was Andrews. And, young Aaron Andrews in goal for East Mucurapo, and not Deshaun Alexander, as we initially thought. But here is a good ball and good defending in the end. It seemed to be really good defending in the end by Newton.
It has been the Achilles heel, East Mucurapo, they're defending. And we're starting to see some creaks and cracks as we have a look at the bench, and of course the goalkeeper Alexander,
yeah, who's not playing today.
He's been replaced by young Andrews.
It's going to be a free kick in a dangerous position for East Mucurapo. So this is very interesting position here. Atiba is over the ball. Let's have a look at that infringement.
Yeah, so I think it would be considered a Francois for sure thought it was a soft call.
Yep.
But again, it's another situation where East Mucurapo could probably leave an imprint on this game.
Well, here's Atiba.
Looks like he's going direct, Colin.
4 men in the wall. Well, Brent, not a bad position.
Yeah.
Thing is he going to go for power, or is he going to try and just curl it around the wall?
Well, his run suggests power.
Yep, it does. He bangs it, but it goes wide.
Yeah.
You could have seen him looking for power, but the accuracy just wasn't there.
And I think that's the reason why it went wide. Just his run-up alone tells you that he was looking for power only, as we see here again. Always snatching at the football, trying to generate power through the hips.
This is Thomas. Is he going to keep it in? Yes, he certainly does. Gets it over, but it's cleared away. Krovsner. Crovador, sorry. Crovador. Getting it towards Rose. Rose goes wide to Miller. This is Jarvis. Taylor. Wide is Henry. Gets it back into the midfield to Atiba. Newton.
Oh, that's poor.
Yeah, he was looking to play it up the line, but there's Jarvis. He's going to keep it in. Well, he's won a corner.
That's excellent play by Jarvis.
Well, the Royalians are here. Brent, the QRC team, going to go through their paces, warming up paces. And they're still hour and 30 minutes away. Some of the crowd here, the East Mucurapo supporters. not a big crowd at the moment, but we expect it to build. A lot of people coming from work, and we'd have a lot of past pupils from
both schools.
URC and Fatima coming down. I expect to see a pretty good crowd eventually. Ball flicked back in, but cleared away by Thomas. Goes to Edwards. Is he going to come wide? No, he bangs it straight back, looking for Jarvis, but it goes to McShine. He looks to play it through towards Henry. And hasn't been kept in. It's going to be a throw for East Mucurapo. Edwards is going to take it, no doubt. No goals yet, coming up to 22.5 minutes. This is the Coca-Cola North Zone Intercol semi-final, the first game. Francois takes it, gets it wide to Rose, looking to play it through to Crovador. McShine, long ball, looking for Taylor, or looking for Henry, sorry. And he's doing a little bit of pushing of his own, and it's going to be a free kick for St. Anthony's.
Well, I know it's early doors, Colin, in terms of time, but East Mucurapo would feel they're lucky not to be 1 or 2 goals down at this moment.
Yeah. So this is a throw with Haywood, looking to get it to Thomas, and putting a little pressure on Cox, so he plays it out, and it's going to be another throw for St. Anthony's, but it's much closer to the corner flag. And Haywood himself has gone to take the throw. So don't miss the excitement of the SSFL and Easter Schoolboy Football on the SportsMax app. Download from the App Store or the Google Play Store. Catch all the league action and updates on the SportsMax app. As St. Anthony's just about to take the throw. Long one, right into the box. The shot comes, oh, that's well blocked. Tell you, that was a cracker there, coming from, that was a cracker coming from right, Wilson Wright.
Yeah.
And it just crashed into a few defenders. If that was going goalwards, we'd have seen the talent of Andrews, no doubt.
You would hope so. But the venom that this was struck with, he got this sweetly through the laces. And I'm not sure if Andrews...
It seemed to be heading into the corner,
It certainly was. Yeah. It was moving, it was shifting, and it had power. I'm not sure if Andrews, although I would love to give him the benefit of the doubt, would have gotten there. Certainly a lot of what's good attacking from St. Anthony's College comes from Wilson Wright. He's that player that just loves to express himself. Very comfortable in the football.
He is.
And has some good ideas. Well, he really got hold of this one.
He hit it beautifully, didn't he?
I like the technique. He got his, look at his head down, everything right about that. Head down, knees bent, and followed it.
It was just unlucky that three defenders were in the way.
Yeah, but the technique, Colin, exceptional.
Yeah, he did everything right. The thing about it, sometimes you don't do right, and it ends up in the back of the net.
Well, that's another one. That was hit well.
Well, the defenders seem to be getting into the way of these shots. But this is played. This is Jarvis. Well, takes it down nicely.
He's offside, yeah. I thought he was.
The referee hasn't seen it.
He has to leave his flag up, yeah.
Yep. He's now indicating.
That's good work by the RF on the right-hand side.
His coach,
the AR,
Daniel.
Sorry. Well, he's not happy with the call. Well, he's happy with the call, but not happy with some of the defending by St. Anthony's College. Despite the fact that their dominance and the chances that they had, they have given up opportunities to East Mucurapo. It's not been all their way so far. That's good work.
Yes, this is Thomas. Still Thomas. Can he get it back? Plays it to Fraser.
It's got to finish.
Straight to the keeper. Straight to the keeper. You think either side, Brent, it would have scored, but he hit it straight to the keeper.
Well, it didn't.
And he had some time.
Well, he had time, Colin, and he also did not need that amount of power. Maybe side-footed into the net, pass it into the net, and just guide it. As we had a good work again by Thomas, getting on the flank, plays up right here, Colin. Just pass it into the net.
Yeah, that's right. You're right.
Instead, he went for power, and that was always going to be difficult to beat Andrews, who was well placed.
So no goals yet here at the Hazley Crawford Stadium. Coca-Cola Intercol action, North Zone, semi-final or first semi-final. Going to be a throw for East Mucurapo. Picked up there by Harley, but he can't keep it in. It's going to be a throw for St. Anthony's. Rose is going to take it. That ball played downfield, but it comes right back to Rose, and he sends it across field to Fraser. That's a good ball. He's looking around. Oh, he's going to give it away to Edwards, but in comes Cox, clears it upfield towards Haywood. But Henry is there with him. Eventually, Henry picks it up, looking to go up that right side. Wilson Wright is on his case, gets it to McShine. He plays a good ball to Atiba. Atiba to Harley. Looking to come inside of Rose, and it comes off of Harley, says the referee. Let's have a look at this again, Brent.
Yeah, and you could have hit it first time with the inside of the foot. Said he settles it and hits it with his lacing. And I must say, Colin, this season, from a finishing perspective, it has been poor.
Yeah.
And a lot of the players in attacking positions, they've hesitated and really have not gotten over the execution side of the game to score goals.
And Brent, I think, and I'm sure if you talk to the coaches, they will tell you that they work on these things in practice. They do shooting drills, all sorts of things. And when they do these shooting drills, they want to kill the goalie.
Yeah, they do in practice.
But in a match, it's a different story.
That's a good strike.
Shot. But in a match, it's a different story.
Yeah, and I think some of it is match day composure. We've seen on a lot of occasions where players have found themselves in position and maybe the jitters of the game don't allow them to do things. And if you talk to some of the top strikers, certainly someone like a Stern John, he tells you all the time is all about what you do in that moment. And look at this for a shot.
Yeah. Just lacked direction.
It did lack direction. A lot of power on it,
yeah, but
couldn't make it. And as making the point about Stern John and his accomplishments in front of goal, he always talks about the fact that moment of striking the ball has to be about maximum concentration. And I think sometimes what we see from the young men in the SSFL, that's the time when they go erratic in their concentration.
Well, I think you could still say they're learning the art.
Of course.
You know,
of course.
You know, Stern John, he learned the art from young.
Yeah.
And you get a few of them. Luciano Woodley, going way back for St. Mary's. They used to call him bound to score. Luciano Woodley would score hat-trick after hat-trick for St. Mary's. You know, he never in the game. All of a sudden, St. Mary's take the lead and Woodley scores. And here's a chance. Ken, it's well defended. The defenders are doing well. This is a good shot, but again, wide.
Direction.
Yeah.
And that's the third or fourth time we've seen a shot hit with power that lacked direction. And it tells you about the fact that when you're shooting from distance, it's a combination of both. They're trying to generate power, Colin, and the focus solely looks like power, and direction is lacking, and that's an instance of it there.
Yeah. Well, we've passed the half-an-hour mark. Yet to see a goal here in this, the first Coca-Cola North Zone Intercol semi-final. Yesterday, Sanwo North winning comfortably, and Arima North, Brent, you were able to see both those games.
Yeah, and I do think the East Zone final is not necessarily a straightforward case of Sanmore North going and picking up medals and trophy. I think that Arima North team is going to have a lot to say about that.
Well, here the East Mucurapo going up the left side through Harley, but out comes goalkeeper Jackson, and he plays it out. It's going to be a throw for East Mucurapo. It's again a cracker of a goal from Kwashi.
Yeah.
And Lindell Sween, you can't keep him off the score sheet in the SSFL, can you?
Well, I had a conversation with Coach Moore of Sanmore North after the game, and I asked him about the importance of the inclusion of Nathan Kwashi, a transfer from Queen's Royal College, and he said it's immense.
Yeah.
It's almost a season changer because of the attributes that they bring to the game. Yes, we do know the talent that Lindell Sween has, but I think the all-round game of Nathan Kwashi has really made Sanmore North, I would suggest, one of the favorites to walk away with the National Intercol final. I'm sure Arima North would have a lot to say about that in the East Zone final.
Arima North seems to be good in terms of their how they're set up.
Yeah.
They seem to be difficult to break down, and but maybe going forward and attacking wise, they probably don't score as many goals as they should.
Well, one of the things I pointed out to James Saunders yesterday was the fact that they don't have a lot of numbers forward ahead of the football. They attack with 3 and 4 ahead of the football. And some teams, and particularly St. Benedict's of this world, they have at least 5 or so players ahead of the football and forward of the football. So they don't attack with a lot of players, so they don't create a lot of chances. The stats yesterday at halftime was 4 shots in total taken between both teams, 1 on target.
That's surprising.
Yeah, so it shows you that game that really lacked goal-scoring opportunities and goal-mouth action.
Of course, Trinity East this year not as strong as they were last year with the likes of Fostin. He was a real player for them last year, but he's moved on. And I think he had moved on to Jablote, if memory serves me right.
Yeah.
And then Jablote not in the Premier 1, the Tier 1 this year, which is such a shame because Jablote with immense history, and apparently they can't get in. There is Dale Saunders, the coach. He would, what do you think? He'd be pretty happy so far?
Well, I'd be happy not to
just
concede.
With the score,
yeah,
I
that
was
he didn't
about to
concede
say that.
because it was 2 moments of madness that presented St. Anthony's College with their chances that they really should have taken. So I think in the overall scheme of things, I think he would be happy that he's not conceded.
Well, Newton is the player down at the moment. Jahil Newton.
And when you talk about the opportunities that St. Anthony's College had, Colin, they don't come better than these. I just felt that Thomas needed composure to go around the goalkeeper and just place it in the number. And then this one, I think this was a bigger miss. I'll tell you why. If he just allowed it to come across his body and just tap it into the net with his left foot, he didn't do that. He should have done that.
A little bit of a goalkeeping blunder from Andrews, but didn't have to pay with that. There's the QRC technical staff led by Kenwin Jones. Won the penny for his thoughts.
Well, it's a big day for him
Yeah.
and his team and Queen's Royal College.
They've not done well against Fatima.
Yeah, they haven't.
Even last year, this year. And it's going to be interesting to see his tactics against Fatima. That's more what I'm interested in. But,
how we approach it, yeah. That's a good ball.
It's played to Jarvis. The
goalkeeper
keeper is
come and
coming.
he's
He's in no man's land. But here's Jarvis. He's got no support.
Looking for help.
Yes, he's looking around. And the shot eventually comes.
Oh,
but
tell you what.
The shot came from Taylor. And it bounced off the chest of Jackson. Let's have a look there. Pass completion 56 to 47, possession 52%, surprisingly for East Mucurapo, as opposed to 48% for St. Anthony's. So that's a little surprising, but after 36 minutes, it's still goalless. I would have thought St. Anthony's would have had just the slightly better numbers there in terms of possession. But here is Jarvis, did well, but he was looking, you could see him looking for some support. He had none, but Taylor having that shot, and look at it, bouncing off the chest of Jackson, and boy, he was lucky.
I just thought Colin he may have been able to take it a bit further along, Jarvis.
Yeah. I thought he should have tried and take on the defender.
Yeah, but the conviction needed.
Yeah.
That's what it needed, and he didn't do it. And he's having these opportunities. Here you go again. It's a poor touch this time, no. And I think that's where St. Anthony's needs to be careful. They've had the lion's share of possession, but East Mucurapo look very comfortable in playing those direct balls to Jarvis, who is a willing runner.
Well, this is Miller playing a nice
good
ball. Actually, this is Miller now in possession.
That's short.
And as Fraser went over onto that right side and played it out to Miller. And eventually it's cleared upfield, and it's going to be a throw for St. Anthony's. Haywood is going to take it. Is Coach Saunders still giving his instructions. This is Miller. But a little bit of pushing on the part of Henry, so it's going to be a free kick for St. Anthony's. Francois is coming to take the free kick. As Fraser getting into the box. But here's Francois.
Well, Henry found his way onto the
Henry getting a yellow card.
The referee's naughty book.
Yep. So here's the free kick. Francois with it. Here's confirmation of that yellow card for Henry. Over to the far post, and it was just headed away. And eventually cleared up field by Newton. Rose is there. Does well. Does very well. Playing it down to Fraser, but he's in an offside position. It's going to be a free kick for East Mucurapo. Coming up to 39 minutes. No goals yet here. It's been a cool afternoon. The sun has left us for a couple hours ago. We've had a little bit of a shower. And the conditions, as we said, a bit soft on that outfield. It's well grassed, no doubt. Big night tonight again, Brent. TNT versus USA.
Yeah, it's a huge night for Angus Eve and his men as we see another card being distributed. This time to Thomas of St. Anthony's College.
There's a long explanation as to why he's getting the card. You don't see that very often. Actually, it's, yes, it is Thomas.
Well, I can tell you this much. I've never seen a player able to talk a referee out of a yellow card. So young Thomas would learn.
And you would be talking from experience, of course.
Well, I've tried on several occasions. Didn't work.
I like that word, several. Here's that ball played upfield and headed, but going right back down into the East Mucurapo midfield as they pick it back up and trying to get Newton going. Goes out. Yeah, it's going to be a big test for Angus Eve tonight.
Yeah.
I think,
but he's done well to get the team to where they are now, the quarterfinals. It's an exceptional job. I think not many gave him that chance coming out of the Gold Cup, but he's proven a lot of his doubters wrong and incorrect. There's a young coaching staff for St. Anthony's, but to get them to this position, win, lose or draw today for TNT, it's big, particularly where we have been throughout the last 3-4 years in the CONCACAF region. Is to be up there with the elites again. It's a good feeling. Especially with a local squad.
Especially coming out of that Gold Cup.
Yeah.
The Gold Cup really was a disaster. And I, for one, felt, you know, it wasn't looking very rosy. But give credit to not only to Angus Eve, I think the players, they've given 150%. Here's that ball. Miller is open. Can he bring it down? He does, but then he showed it too much towards Edwards. And he goes all the way back, this time to Wilson Wright. And the ball is...
Yeah, it's too much.
One here in the midfield by Atiba, but he loses out. It's played out to Miller again. This is Miller in possession, looking for some support. Gets it from Thomas. He tries to give the return ball to Miller, but intercepted by Cox, and it's going to be a throw for St. Anthony's. So this is a throw for Haywood. Headed out, but Wilson Wright with the shot. Not a good one. Was never in control. You could see his body position was not there. He was sort of half turned and was trying to get it into the top corner, but never was in control of that shot and went out for a goal kick. The kick has already been taken, but it's going to come right back towards the defense of East Mucurapo, and Newton not clear in his lines. And this is another chance here. Oh, good save by Andrews, but banged into the back of the net. This time, absolutely no mistake here. It looks like Fraser is the man who's put it into the back of the net, and St. Anthony's College take the lead. The first shot was stopped by Andrews. It came back out, and when it went to Fraser, he absolutely hammered it in the 43rd minute. St. Anthony's take the lead, but here goes Crovador with the shot, blocked, and the rebound goes there to Fraser, and he banged it.
Yeah, and we've spent a lot of time talking about the missed opportunities for St. Anthony's College. Nothing less than they deserve. That lead, that strike, that man. It was a shot that really showed a high level of conviction, and we talked about that, the lack of conviction, but here comes East Mucurapo.
So Andel Fraser, the man putting St. Anthony's in the lead, but Edwards getting it to McShine. Thomas heads it on, looking for Miller. It's a good tackle from Edwards, sends it out. So the throw with Haywood gets it towards Thomas. He's looking to come in field with it. Gets it to Wilson Wright. He does well. Gets the return ball. Wilson Wright looking to go through the defense. This is not a bad run, and could be goal number 2. What a good save, though. Andrews using his feet. But here is Miller. He goes down. The referee says play on. No, he's given the penalty. He's awarded the penalty, I think, on the second challenge, Brent, not on the first. Not the first one off of Miller.
Yeah, and it seemed like the right call. The first opportunity coming their way. Top save there by Andrews, sticking out the right boot to make sure, but East Mucurapo never cleared their lines. And then not on this challenge, but on this second challenge, an errant leg there by Edwards, impeding his progress of Fraser. That was deemed a foul.
Well,
I don't think he needed to stop his progress. He missed the ball, Edwards, but in his follow-through from clearing the ball, he made sure that Fraser could not get onto the football. And I think that's what the referee saw. Well, rightfully so called the penalty.
It's going to be Joshua Miller. We understand there's going to be 3 minutes of added on time. And what a moment for St. Anthony's. If they can get this second goal and have that cushion of a 2-0 lead at halftime, that's what they'll want. But here's Miller against Andrews. Bangs it away from him. Good penalty. Controlled it well and picked his spot and hit it to the left of the keeper. So 2-0 now in added on time. In the 45th plus the first minute of added on time, Joshua Miller has made it 2-0.
Yeah, good penalty. Strong, confident, placed it at the side of Andrews. Enough power and certainly enough direction to elude the East Mucurapo custodian. And East Mucurapo is staying the exit door in the face. It's going to be tough to come back from this. That second goal there, Colin.
Not a bad time to give it away as well.
Yeah, right before the half.
Yeah.
They really need some sort of inspiration, East Mucurapo, and I'm sure Coach Saunders will have a lot to say at halftime. But it's a daunting task.
I think they need some support, Brent, for Jarvis up front. A lot of the times he's alone. I just think they've got to get another body up front to support him. This is Rose trying to get the better of Henry. And in fact, it was Harley who's come across onto the right side now. and Henry has gone to the left. So they've just, like St. Anthony's, the two wide players have switched positions. Oh, this could be another chance here. Oh, he tried to come back inside. Was Fraser, scored the first goal, but he was on the run, tried to come back inside, and that's when the defender, he was showing him too much of the ball, and it went out. This is a nice shot there of the Hazley Crawford Stadium. The newly refurbished, should I say?
Yes.
Especially the covered area. Done a lot of work on that. But here's Rose.
Offside, maybe?
No, he's not.
Still onside.
Yeah, he's
All
still
right.
onside. And
Tell you what.
Andrews holds on to it, coming off the body of
Cox there. I just thought for a second, Colin, that didn't approach it the right way. It came off his midsection and eventually trickled into Andrews. That could have easily come off his hand. And I just think East Mucurapo need the halftime whistle right now.
Yeah, I think they need just to get back inside, settle down. Let's Coach Saunders settle them down. And if he can settle them down and, you know, they can just go in, you know, just 2 goals down and plan what they're going to do for the second half. They've got a free kick now in a pretty useful position. Well, we've played the 3 minutes. I think the referee is just going to allow this free kick to be taken. And once that happens, I think you're going to hear the whistle for the half time. So let's see who is lining it up. It seems to be Atiba. Again, is he going to go for power rather than looking for finesse and maybe trying to curl it around the wall? Referee's just indicating that they need to be 10 yards back and also be careful of raising their hands. But here is the ball chipped over to the far post. The heads go up, it's headed away. But still not in possession, and the referee finally blows his whistle to indicate that we've come to the end of the first half. A first half in which St. Anthony's certainly had the more chances, and eventually they were able to score twice. Fraser in the 43rd minute, and then in added on time, the first minute of added on time, Miller made it 2 goals to 0, and certainly that was what St. Anthony's deserved. They've had the better chances, as I said, and they deserve their lead. So we are at the half here at the Hazley Crawford Stadium. This is the Coca-Cola North Zone Intercol semi-final. St. Anthony's College, they lead East Mucurapo by 2 goals to 0. We'll take a break.
Once I get back, bro, SportsMax.
At the stadium, we're at the half. It's the Coca-Cola North Zone Intercol semi-final number 1. It's St. Anthony's 2 and East Mucurapo 0 at half time. That's a half certainly dominated by St. Anthony's. Let's have a look at the highlights. Immediately St. Anthony's going on the attack, and there was a shot coming from Fraser, never really got hold of it, but East Mucurapo, Jarvis, he had the attempt, and goalkeeper Jackson couldn't hold on to it. But then Thomas with a very easy chance, you have to say, a one-on-one with the keeper. He sort of never had his composure, rushed the shot, just like Fraser here, rushing his shot, never got over the ball, and it went over. Then East Mucurapo, Atiba with a free kick, just didn't get it on target, had the power. And again, here goes Thomas. Good run. And looking around, plays it nicely back to Fraser, had the shot, but straight to the keeper. Again, you thought he should have had a little bit more composure. Nice run here from Jarvis, getting the better, but you could see him looking around for some support. It came from Taylor, he had the shot, and luckily for goalkeeper Jackson, it rebounded, but not far enough to Jarvis. But then, this was a shot, really a stinger, coming from Krosner, and then the ball went back from Crovador, the ball went back to Fraser, and he banged it into the back of the net, high up into the net, and it was 1-0 St. Anthony's College after 43 minutes. And then a penalty here as Miller was brought down. He got up, took the penalty, and put it away into the back of the net. Nice penalty after, in the first minute of added on time, to make it 2-0 for St. Anthony's. So that was all she wrote at the half. Let's have a quick look at the stats. Look at that, 14 shots from St. Anthony's opposed to 4 from East Mucurapo. 5 shots on target, 2 shots on target from East Mucurapo, 7 fouls to 4, 1 yellow card apiece, 1 offside apiece, 2 corners for St. Anthony's, 3 saves from East Mucurapo, 2 from St. Anthony's, and the possession, you just slightly in favor of St. Anthony's, 51% to 49. But at the half, St. Anthony's, they lead by 2-0. Let's go down on the field to Hans and hear what they have to say.
All right, Jeremy, Brent and Enrique. Brent Sancho, what do you make of that first half and the opportunities for St. Anthony's and East Mucurapo Secondary?
Well, you hope from a St. Anthony's case it's not a story of deja vu. Of course, they were in this very same position last year. The chances that they created clear-cut opportunities that they should be further ahead. You look at the stats, of course, 14 shots on goal, only 4 of those on target. It shows the fact that that execution in front of goal has been poor throughout the game for them. They've had their 2 goals, yes, but when you miss opportunities like this, you just have to hope it does not come back to haunt you.
Well, Brett, you've seen this team before, and Enrique, you've seen this team before. What do you attribute these misses to? Is it their normal way of being, or is it just nervousness? What is it?
I mean, Andel Fraser, Tia Cravador, 2 of the most potent strikers in this league. I think it's just a bit of nerves today. I think when the second half comes along, they're going to be more comfortable, and we probably go and see them open up a bit more and probably see us a couple more goals.
Well, you mentioned East Mucurapo Secondary and the deja vu that could possibly happen again, Brent Sancho. Yeah. But let's talk about East Mucurapo Secondary just a little bit. I mean, their keeper is doing an all right job.
Yeah, all right job. Defensively, they've been moderately okay. But I think the problem that they're having, they're very light in attack. It seems like there's only Travis up front. He's not being supported. Atiba and the likes of them in the middle of the park, they're taking a little while to join him in attack. I think if he has another supporting cast up there, he could start making inroads into the game. 2-0 is a dangerous lead in football. All it takes is 1 goal from East Mucurapo and things can turn. That is what they're hoping for. Exact example of this, he's a lone figure up front. He's waiting on players to join him. He's cut back onto his left foot, which is not his stronger foot, but he's taken some time. Players still haven't joined him in the attack here.
No one is there.
And that is a challenge that East Mucurapo has. They need the numbers to be in support of him because he is a good outlet. If he gets the support, they could get opportunities.
Enrique, as a young player from either side, what would you like to be hearing from your coach at this point in time?
I think for East Mucurapo, they would go into that locker room very disappointed with the way that the half ended. From their coach, I would want to hear, just get up front, put numbers up front, put numbers in the box, put balls over the top, balls through the middle, and, just try to get back one. And then when one comes, another will come. Hopefully they could, get back 2 goals very fast in the second half.
All right, and St. Anthony's College, if you were Coach Daniel, what would you tell the young men at this
Well,
point?
I'd tell them to keep the back door shut because in transition, they do look vulnerable. They are throwing numbers forward. Of course, the fact that they feel that they have their tails up, you have to be careful because that will, of course, allow East Mucurapo the opportunity to get back in the game. These 2 goals that scored from St. Anthony's College, well-taken goals, despite the fact that we lamented on the misses that they have. Those were 2 well-taken goals. It's a good finish there. It really set them up into the half, and as we rightfully said, they
honestly,
probably should have
Brent,
been
as
more.
you mentioned, at the best time, just before the half.
Yeah, they scored right before the half. The momentum is with St. Anthony's College, but again, a 2-0 lead in football is a dangerous lead, and they really need to be considerate of what is happening behind and making sure that they can keep the back door shut.
Well, we want to remind you, download the SportsMax app today. Go to the Apple Play Store or go to the Apple App Store or the Play Store and download the app today and stay up to date with all of the action inside the Coca-Cola Intercol. When we come back, second half action, St. Anthony's College 2, East Mucurapo Secondary School 0. Let's see who steps and books that place in the Coca-Cola Intercol North Zone Final.
Welcome back here to the Here's the Crawford Stadium. Nice shot there of the Audrey Jeffers Highway as we're getting set for the start of the second half. It's St. Anthony's College. They lead East Mucurapo Secondary by 2-0. We're just awaiting the kickoff for the start of the second half it's St. Anthony's College with the kick as it goes all the way back towards Francois. He bangs it upfield, but it's won back here in the middle by Wilson Wright for St. Anthony's. Goes all the way back towards Haywood. He can't keep it in. In fact, he was trying to play it on there towards Miller, but it goes out of play and it's going to be a through for East Mucurapo. So East Mucurapo, the goals coming from Fraser and a penalty by Miller in the dying seconds of the first half, when you thought they may have been going into the break goalless. Well, St. Anthony's had other ideas, but here they go again. Good interception by Henry. And then, so that ball played long forward. So there is a change. Edwards is off and Henry is on for East Mucurapo. So Henry for Edwards. Long ball forward by Bob. Jarvis not getting there before Francois. It's a good tackle coming in from, looks to be the man in the midfield, Thomas. So the throw taken, sent downfield. Jarvis is there trying to win possession. So no one really trying to, the ball just bouncing around. No one really in possession at the moment. And this is Wilson Wright. Chipping it wide here towards Fraser. Fraser can't, he lost his footing. He kept the ball in, but lost his footing. And that's tough. Newton did well to keep it in, but now he's trying to get it downfield towards Henry. Can't keep it in, and it goes out. It's going to be a throw for St. Anthony's.
Well, they've been in this position before, East Mucurapo. If you have a lovely drone shot view of this pitch at the Hazley Crawford Stadium, they were 2 goals down. Of course, Colin, those goals, all the goals in that fixture last season came in the second half when St. Anthony's College went up by 2 goals. And then East Mucurapo came storming back. That game eventually going to penalty kicks and East Mucurapo advancing. So maybe a case of deja vu. I'm sure Coach Saunders and his technical staff would hope so.
Well, you made the point. 2 goals is a dangerous lead, you know, because you just get one back and suddenly it becomes 2-1 and you sort of now on the back foot. But St. Anthony's College, they've got a corner with Fraser. So he's looking to get it into the box and hopefully someone can get their head onto it, but it's not a good corner. But in fact, it was not clear. This is Wilson Wright getting it back to Fraser. It's got a second attempt, but again, not a very good cross. But again, it goes to Wilson Wright. And is he going to play it back to Fraser? Can he get third time lucky? So 3 crosses have not found the target. And this time, Wilson Wright, it gets a deflection as Wilson Wright was trying to put it into the box. And it's going to be a left-sided corner yet again for St. Anthony's. So this one, again, it doesn't reach towards the far post and it's cleared away. So this is the ball coming across from Haywood, but blocked by Mohammed. So Haywood with the throw. Nice, good one into the box. McShine couldn't clear it away. In fact, it goes to Rose. He plays it towards that man there in Thomas, but he couldn't control it, and East Mucurapo come away with it. Good ball down the line from Henry, but it's intercepted. Good turn from Fraser, but you could see him looking for Wilson Wright. Couldn't get it to him, and eventually Mohammed heads it forward. So no one really in control of the ball at the moment, but a free kick towards Crovador of St. Anthony's. A little bit of pushing on Crovador by Taylor. So it's going to be a free kick for St. Anthony's. So they still lead, just 5 minutes gone in the second half as the stadium lights are coming on. Different story to yesterday, Brent.
Yeah, a lot different story from yesterday. I just couldn't understand why that game was started knowing that the lights were not on.
Well, this is not a bad effort. Again, some power, but not on target.
And of course, we went about...
so the game started, and what, about 10 minutes or so?
10 minutes
and
in,
it stopped?
And it stopped because the lights never came on.
Crazy.
There was no one there to turn the lights on. And it came on the backdrops of us having lengthy discussions on the treatment meted out to these young men and women, for that matter, at the secondary schools level. It needs to be better. I've said that a couple of days in a row, and I still maintain that fact. We were both down at the Edinburgh 500 field, and
I tell you, Brent, that was an eye-opener for me. I couldn't believe the officials were changing
in the road.
The road behind the cars, the players were changing in the dressing room. This was a Coca-Cola Intercol semi-final game.
Central zone.
Yeah, I mean, unbelievable. But here goes, this could be a chance. He's missed the target. Well, offside though, so it would not have counted. Miller made the run, but he picked it up in an offside position. And so it's going to be a free kick for East Mucurapo. Referee just insisting that they take the free kick from the correct position. So it's going to be taken by Cox. Sends it deep into the St. Anthony's defense, but it's going to come right back. This is Crovador. Oh, that's good defending by Cox, because Crovador was through. Nice turn here from Henry, but he can't keep it in, so it's going to be a throw for St. Anthony's. He turned nicely with it. This is Henry, the man who came on as a substitute. Sends it downfield, but they look to go wide with it. Good challenge on Miller from Taylor, so it's going to be a throw for St. Anthony's. Harewood with the throw. It's going to come right back to Harewood. Dumps it upfield. Not a great header. And Fraser just about... You could see him setting up, looking for the shot. But he was robbed of possession there by Henry. So there's good turn. That's Malachi Henry, who's come on as a substitute. Malachi Henry. Long kick upfield, lot of height. Mohammed not getting there. This is Thomas.
It's a good turn.
Nice turn. Is he going to look for the shot? Yeah. Oh, should have had the shot, shouldn't he?
The pass was the more difficult option. The shot was the more comprehensive option. Chose the pass. Got into this area. It's a good turn, clever turn. Set himself up here.
Look at the room he had, Brent.
Yeah,
should have hit it.
He had room to pass the ball. Again, using that technique to pass it into the net, but instead he tried the more difficult skill. The reason why that pass was a difficult pass because it needed to be measured and weighed properly. Didn't have either. They've been the aggressors, St. Anthony's.
They have been.
And if you've just tuned in, you would think that they were the ones 2-0 down.
Well, they're chasing the game now, and obviously they're trying to at least get a goal back. But Haywood making that run going up the left side, intercepted by Cox. Doesn't control it well, but it's picked up by Haywood. Plays that ball infield to Thomas. Thomas now has Fraser wide. Let's see what he's going to do. He's looking to come back inside and then trying to beat the man. Still Fraser in possession. The shot comes, a tame one really, from Haywood. Very tame, going towards the keeper. So there is some of the rhythm section of that St. Anthony's or Mucurapo. It looks like Mucurapo, East Mucurapo. They need to up that rhythm section, Brett.
Yeah, I was about to say.
It's a little bit low key.
Yeah. I was looking and hoping, Colin, for a reaction so far from East Mucurapo, and I haven't seen it. They've still been very labored in their approach attacking-wise, and truth be told, they've been under the cosh by St. Anthony's College for most of the second half.
Cox looking to play it wide, intercepted. As they look to come forward with it now.
Got to win this challenge.
Oh, he does.
And he does.
Henry doing very well. Well, the referee says that it's a free kick. So,
well, I'm not sure what the infringement was.
So it's it's a free kick. Let's have a look at it.
I thought it was a fair challenge. Came in there, got the ball. Maybe a little bit of afters, clipping the heel, but I thought, Colin, that he won the ball first.
I agree with you. I think he really won the ball. But referee has other ideas, and he's awarded a free kick to St. Anthony's. The referee O'Brien, is it? Yep, referee C.J. O'Brien is the man in charge. And he obviously felt that there was some contact rather than just contact with the ball. So here is the free kick. Oh, that's had a lot of power in it, but again, lacking direction. To be Francois, who seemed to have taken that. We see a couple substitutions being made by St. Anthony's. Eight has gone on. That looks to be Dunbar. And also going on is Ford. So Dunbar and Ford going on. We'll tell you in a minute who they've replaced. Newton is there. Nice ball up field there by, looks to be Fraser. Oh, that was Miller, sorry. So Dunbar coming on for Thomas. And Ford came on for Jean-Marc Thomas. There is a little bit of pushing, pulling of the jersey, etc. The referee right in spot to give the free kick. Where that ball played down, looking for Harley. So the ball played wide, but can he control it? Yes, Jarvis does well. Plays it in field to Muckshine. Good turn here. Plays it through ball, looking for Jarvis, but Muckshine gets possession. Plays that ball nicely wide out towards Henry, but a good tackle coming in from Rose, and it's going to be a corner for East Mucurapo as they look to make a substitution. So Latchman is on for, and Taylor is off. So Latchman for Taylor as East Mucurapo with a left-sided corner. Just the hour, we've just gone past the hour mark. And East Mucurapo still trailing here by 2-0. There's confirmation of the substitution, Latchman for Taylor. As we have the left-sided corner going over to the far post. Giving chase there was Harley, but they've won another corner. So a right-sided corner for East Mucurapo this time. So here comes the corner. That's not a bad one. The heads go up, but it's headed away. No one really getting possession at the moment. Ball played nicely forward for Dunbar, but he can't control it, and it actually comes off of the East Mucurapo player and goes out for a throw for St. Anthony's. So there is the confirmation of the St. Anthony's sub. Ford coming on for Thomas. There is some of the QRC boys looking for come to give their school support. It's just over to the far side out of our picture, the Fatima team there warming up. And I'm seeing the QRC team as well. So both teams getting ready for that big kickoff in the second semi-final. Nice long ball there. Looking for Jarvis. He's going to put him under pressure. He does very well. That looked to be Francois. And in fact, St. Anthony's, they've got a throw. Ford with the throw. Gets it up towards Crovador. Crovador sending it in field. Oh, this could be a chance here. He tried to pass it into the net, Miller. And again, we see it blocked. There's confirmation of that substitution. Dunbar for Thomas. So both the Thomas boys are off. Ford and Dunbar replacing them. As we see referee C.J. O'Brien going across to a player that is down at the moment.
Well, I'm not sure why Miller didn't shoot that first time.
Yeah. Well, he seemed to have so much time, Brent. It was almost as if he was kicking a penalty. And he just waited that little bit too long.
Yeah, just needed to smack it into the net. Both coaches there trying to figure out the next move, but that was a chance for Miller and really should have done better there.
Yes, so certainly download the SportsMax app as don't miss the excitement of the SSFL and the ISA schoolboy football and the SportsMax app. Download from the App Store, the Google Play Store. Catch all the action and updates on the SportsMax app today. So don't forget, download that SportsMax app and you can catch all the action There's Coach Hudson Charles looking on at this game. Obviously, he's looking at them because so far it looks like St. Anthony's will be getting into the final, and that's if Fatima makes it.
Well, I was about to say, last season, Colin, they were the ones hunting. Now they're being hunted.
Yeah.
Because they had a disappointing end to the Premiership season. St. Benedict's going away with that one, but they had the bit between the teeth for the Coca-Cola Intercol, and they went all the way to win that. So now they're defending champions. How will they act in that role of being the ones hunted? Because you'd have to say, Colin, that the informed team right now in secondary schools football is St. Benedict's College.
Yeah, they are.
They've been on a tear after their disappointing start. So, and then you look at the likes of San Juan North and what they present once they get out of the East, and if they get out of the East.
Of course, St. Benedict's, they've got to get out of the South as well.
First of all, that's tough.
They'll meet the winner of presentation on Naparima, which is going to be a tough encounter.
Well, I presented a very different take on the Coca-Cola Intercol, and I do believe, Colin, that maybe we do away with the zones and do it almost like
an FA,
like the NCAA, yeah, where you have the seeded teams put into different brackets and then do a national draw.
Yeah.
And that will ensure that the top 4 teams in the country is allowed a run into, because we've seen some zones that are not as strong as others. And then when it comes down to the national zonal championship, it tends to have a little bit of unbalance. As we have another look at this injury from St. Anthony's college goalkeeper, maybe a bit of cramp as he held on afterwards. But I just feel, Colin, that may bring
I tend to agree with you. I think they've got to look at the format, you know, because you've got, I mean, you have 2 teams in the South Zone.
3.
Well, but
presentation, Naparima, and
2 is going to be knocked out.
Yes.
And not being able to get to the nationals, you know,
yeah.
when in fact they may be the top 5 or 6 teams in the country.
Well, I think a simple way, as we have a look at a cross-section of the fans there, if you were to plug a presentation, an Naparima College, even a St. Anthony's into the central zone, and all due respect to them, you may think that they would have come out of that zone. And you could even go further with the East, the likes of Trinity College East, who's now out of the competition. They may have fared better coming out.
Some of the school boys from QRC College. Yeah, it's something they've got to look at.
And I think it's the healthier thing to do, because you want to promote healthy competition for the schools. And that's one of the reasons why the Premiership came into fruition. They felt that the need for healthier competition was needed, and I think it should be done the same way in the Coca-Cola Intercol. Maybe something to look at.
Well, here is the ball looking to go over to the far side towards Fraser. The shot comes, but it goes wide. Was never really in control of it, Provedor, and had it with his left foot, but was off target. Ball sent downfield, headed back. Flicked on, looking for Provedor. Newton is there, clears it downfield. Big kick. Here's Jarvis playing it in field to McShine. McShine plays a good ball. Wide here to Henry. This is kind of a chance at the back post, but that's good defending.
Top class defending. Top class defending. And it didn't look like he got a touch on it here, Wood.
But he put Latchman under pressure.
But he put him under enough pressure to make sure that he didn't get
a good ball as well, Brent.
That's excellent pass. That's really good defending. Alert defending. Because if he had slid down into the back of the net, it may have been a game in the making, Clint Latchman. You've seen him come off the bench in times for East Mucurapo.
I was surprised he didn't start, because I've seen him in one or two games, and he's been a handful.
Yeah, he is a handful. And of course the loss of Parks as well have left East Mucurapo a bit short offensively. Good defending from Haywood. We talk so much about defending and young defenders and some of the attributes that they should have.
Coach Saunders having a look at the watch. You'll see that there are 20 minutes
Yeah.
left. Still enough time to get 2 goals and get this game into penalty kicks.
I've always been told in coaching that the watch differs depending on the scoreline. If you're chasing the game, it seems to go very quickly, and if you're leading the game, the clock seems to stop. And then there's Fergie time, which is a whole nother clock in itself.
A long ball forward, and it's Mucurapo getting control of it. This is Latchman, man who's come on as a substitute. Plays a good ball towards Jarvis, but he's offside. It was a good idea. He hit a little powerfully, so he really couldn't get it on his chest properly, but still, even if he did, he would have been offside. So the free kick sent upfield by Bob, or by Francois, sorry. This is Rose. There's a good ball to Crovado. He's been in the play a lot in this second half. It's a good run from Miller. Still Miller trying to get it back towards Crovado, but it comes off of the defender and goes out. It's going to be a corner, a right-sided corner for St. Anthony's. Seem to be in control of the game now, St. Anthony's. Just the odd, scary moment they have. But you have to think that they're controlling the game nicely, St. Anthony's. So Fraser with the corner to the far post. Goalkeeper Andrews just helps it on. And Lutchman. Oh, that's a strong challenge. Let's see what the referee is not awarding anything, because there was Haywood playing ball and it came off of Latchman and the throw has already been taken. You had to get the timing of that tackle right. That ball played wide towards Miller. Miller plays a good ball forward, but it's intercepted and played down. Turning with it is Rose. Gets it back to Francois. But one back here by Henry. Gives it to Jarvis. Back to McShine, actually. And the ball played up onto the far side here, or the near side. And it goes out. It's going to be a throw for East Mucurapo. McShine, long ball forward, looking for Jarvis, but it's headed on, and there was Harley trying to get possession. He's offside. Miller is offside. Immediately the flag went up. It's going to be a free kick for East Mucurapo. Are they going to go along with it? I would expect they would. Want to put the St. Anthony's defense under some pressure. Headed by Haywood. This is McShine trying to come away with it. Wilson Wright. Getting it wide towards Fraser. Comes off of Latchman. It goes out, well, thought it was a throw, but the referee is indicating a bit of pushing by Latchman. And it's a free kick for St. Anthony's. It's a good kick. Deep into the heart of the defense. Crovado. That ball played wide towards Fraser. He can't keep it. Latchman plays a long ball, searching ball there for Harley. Harley looking to come in field with it. That's good defending again.
Yeah.
Excellent defending.
And he had to be. Another good defensive sequence by St. Anthony's College. This time, is that one Bob?
Yep, it is.
Good turn of pace. Looks second best for most of that that race, but he made sure and he stayed between the ball and the goal, which is important.
So 75 minutes gone here. 2 goals to nil. St. Anthony still lead. See a player down, but he's going to be up shortly. Maybe just cramp at the moment. See Coach Dale Saunders looking to make yet another change. Got to get a few bodies up front, Brent. You know, doesn't matter now if you lose 2-0.
No, it doesn't.
4-0.
It doesn't at all.
Just get some bodies up front. Put St. Anthony's under some pressure. He's moved Jarvis wide on the left, and he sent Harley through the middle. Not too sure why that move came about, because I thought Jarvis was doing a fine job in the middle. Well, Wilson Wright is going to be given possession by the referee, C.J. O'Brien. So there is the score confirmation, 2-0. St. Anthony's leading, and look at that possession now, 62% possession for St. Anthony's, 38% for East Mucurapo, and the pass completion 61 to 34. So when you look at that, and the possession in particular, you would have thought that East Mucurapo would have had much more possession, trying to go forward and get a
back
goal
into the game. And they've St. Anthony's have had a stranglehold in the second half, even stronger than they did in the first half. You just feel from a situational perspective, Colin, they've just not been able to get the numbers forward to trouble St. Anthony's. They've always looked a bit light up front. We talked about that at the half. Hasn't changed.
Yeah, it has not. And the thing is as well, that Jarvis, the one who I thought was creating most of the problems, for some reason
he's gone out wide.
Yeah, they've put him wide, and I'm not too sure if I agree with that, because he created so many problems. All he needed was some support, but they've put him wide and they've put Harley in the middle. This ball going wide. I don't think Miller is going to get there, but he doesn't. Not before Newton. Newton sends it to Harley. Harley turning with it now, looking to go past his man. He's got Jarvis for support, but he goes wider.
Look how many white shirts are back, Colin.
Gets it to Tiba to Latchman. Eventually it's cleared away, but only as far as McShine. He doesn't control it well, but he does get possession. Still McShine, he does well. Curls that ball to the far post. Harley is there. Still Harley, but eventually I think he's won a corner. Yes, he has. So East Mucurapo looking to make a couple more substitutions. Seems to be Brown and Batson looking to come on. Brown for Jarvis and Batson for Cox. So Jarvis is in fact coming off. Good header, but over the bar. He got up well.
Yeah.
Just couldn't keep it down.
Couldn't keep it down. A confirmation of the substitute there, Batson in for Cox. I thought he should have hit the target, Colin, because he got enough height to get over the football and just lacked the ability to get on top of the ball and head it down. Look more at the ball hit him than he hit the ball. As you have another look of it, it's a good corner, good, well flighted. Look at it, he's up alone, no challenge in the air. Not like he was under duress or pressure from a defender, so really should have just finished that.
Well, Cruvador still getting it over. Oh, they put it in the back of the net. Really bad defending. Cruvador, the ball seemed to be going out. The defender was ushering it out, and unfortunately, he was not able to do that, and Cruvador was able to square it back. And in the 80th minute, Mucurapo has a third, St. Anthony's has a third goal. Well, poor defending.
Poor defending. Great work by Cruvador. And you would think, Colin, that that may be game, set, match.
Yeah, certainly. Well,
Really came from nothing. He's running there. This touch was too heavy. So, and he stumbled as well. Defender should have gotten his body across it. He didn't.
And Ford, the
Ford
substitute, coming in and putting it in the back of the net.
The defender needed to be a lot more decisive in his action. He should have cleared his lines, tried to put his body across it, but it didn't work. And at the 80th minute, to go down by 3 goals, that might be all she wrote for St. Anthony's.
Mordecai Ford, the man scoring goal number 3, and really a simple goal that should not have scored.
No, it really shouldn't. You're right. It should have dealt with the Corvador stumbled, heavy touch, everything that would suggest that.
Well, it was Mohammed. He was trying to shield the ball outside, but Corvador did well. He was able to get his foot in, and he was able to get it across. Well, that is the St. Anthony's. They're happy now. They think they're into the final. They think they're into the final of the North Zone, Coca-Cola North Zone Intercol. All of a sudden, they're starting to sing, they're starting to cheer, because they now have a comfortable 3-goal lead. Ball going wide here. So Batson not able to control it. Newton is going to take the throw. Harley trying to get inside with it. Harley not able to control it as St. Anthony's trying to come away with it. Banged up field there by Bob. Eventually, Wilson Wright. Good ball. This is Ford, but he goes over. The referee says to get up. Coming up to 83 minutes. 3-0. St. Anthony's comfortably ahead. Ball is going to go down. Mucurapo look a little bit of a beaten team, Brent. You're looking at the
body language.
Yeah,
it's deflated.
Yeah,
and
I think that 3rd goal killed them off.
Yeah, well, I do think that the first half performance was way below what it's been expected of East Mucurapo. They just didn't show any life, and it's a team that on their day can be very tricky to play against. But they've been flat throughout this game, and truth be told, St. Anthony's a good value for that 3-0 lead.
Well, Omari King has come onto the field. So here is the SportsMax app moment. Let's have a look at that moment. And of course, it's Corvador with the shot, comes back off of the defender, and then Fraser banging it into the top of the net. What a good hit. And that is your SportsMax app moment. What a moment for Andel Fraser. He absolutely hammered that ball into the back of the net. But here's Rose. Ball played, given away to East Mucurapo. Trying to go down that left side, but it's hit too far ahead. It's going to be a throw for St. Anthony's. Well, the St. Anthony's goalkeeper is down. Germany Jackson.
It looks like cramp.
Cramp as well. Well,
I wonder why. He's not had much to do.
I was about to say maybe he's had nothing to do, and he's cramping up. Here's some of the spectators as well. It's built up since the first game, and you expect a few more to come in for the start of the second semi-final. This coach Daniel, he must be a happy man.
I think when you have that conversation about man of the match, He may have to look at Fraser on the left-hand side. It's been a threat throughout this game.
Yep, no doubt. I like Croverdor as well, but he didn't score any goals. He certainly created the third one for Ford, but he's worked very hard in in a sort of an attacking position for the St. Anthony's team. So we've just in the final 4.5 minutes, and we'll wait whatever added on time there will be. So, Brent, man of the match, Fraser,
Yeah.
Croverdor, who else is there?
I think his...
Villa?
Yeah, I think Fraser
Yeah, I think Fraser
being an
stands out.
attacking threat
Yeah.
throughout. Of course, that man in your screen had a solid game.
Yeah, Wilson Wright.
But I think in terms of a major impact, and the reason why St. Anthony's is in front as a goalkeeper, well, it has to be more than crap.
Yeah.
He's been stretched off. So
That's, I'm surprised. Maybe it's some sort of hamstring injury. But the substitute goalkeeper is making his way onto the field. That's Morris, Josiah Morris. Ball going out wide. It's a good run from Croverdor. Keeps it in and sends a good ball. No, couldn't get the shot away. It was Ford. And the other substitute, Dunbar, combining, and neither could get a shot away. This is Rose. Sends a big ball upfield. It's picked up by Henry. It's going to be ushered over the line by Rose. And Ford couldn't control it. It's going to be a throw for East Mucurapo. We are into the final 2.5 minutes of this game. That's a good turn from Mohammed. Plays it long forward to no one in particular. Goes out, it's going to be a throw for St. Anthony's. Confirmation of the substitution, the keeper, Morris, in for Jackson. Wilson Wright getting it back towards Haywood. Plays it to Fraser. Wilson Wright, nice long searching ball here. Long ball forward again. Goalkeeper comes, does well. His first touch.
Yeah.
Morris.
what an important
Yeah,
that was.
he came. His timing of that, Brent, was absolutely brilliant.
Yeah, it was brilliant. And he made sure that he got his foot on it, because for a minute there I thought it would have just slid by him.
He looked confident as well, didn't he? But here's Croverdor. Good defending this time. Excellent defending by Henry. And it's going to be a goal kick for East Mucurapo. We are in the final minute. We'll wait to see how much added on time referee O'Brien gives. Understand there's 8 minutes of added on time. But still, I don't think that's enough for East Mucurapo. It's a good sliding challenge from Wilson Wright. But Latchman gets there and can't keep it in. And it goes out for a throw-in for St. Anthony's. So here is The ball going up that left side with, is it Fraser? It looks to be Fraser, but can't keep it in. Actually, it was not Fraser, it was Ford, the man who scored the third goal. So this is the ball being played wide. As that ball is played in, Castani, who has come on the field as a substitute, was trying to get in field with it, but it goes to Latchman. Latchman plays the ball down the left side, but a little too hard, and the angle wasn't good. And it's going to be a throw for St. Anthony's. St. Anthony's regain possession there in the midfield through Bob. Plays that ball nicely forward to Crovado, and going up that left side as per usual. Looks to be Fraser, looking to cut in field. Does he go down? Referee says get up. Fraser can't believe it because he thought he was taken out. He was, in fact, the one who won the penalty in the first half. But here he goes. Let's have a look, Brent.
Yeah. It's a lot of Hollywood in that, to say the least.
I wonder where these guys learn that. Is it from watching the television and watching all those guys in the English Premiership, etc.? But here's the shot.
I think that's vintage Colin Murray.
Not at all, not at all. Nobody could have. The thing of it, Brent, when I went. Nobody could have caught up with me, and that's the thing.
Are you trying to insinuate speed?
Aha! I'll bring an article for you when it says the speedy Colin Murray. I was a few years ago. There is a throw for St. Anthony's. Here is a ball going. No comment, Brent. Just concentrate on the game. Will you? This is Castani. Plays a good ball. Wilson Wright has had a good game in the midfield as well for St. Anthony's. You know what I like about him? He's he's very efficient with what he does. You know, you also you don't even realize he's there in the game. All of a sudden he picks up.
But he's important.
Knocks it around.
But
yeah.
he's very important to what they do.
Yeah.
Because he keeps them ticking. He transfers the play from side to side, and sometimes he possesses that killer pass for them.
Well, a little bit of a tussle with Ford and Mohammed. Actually, it was not Mohammed, it was King who has come on the field there as one of the and he brings down his man, and it's going to be a free kick.
And this time he gets it.
It's King. So King bringing down Fraser. Is the Crawford Stadium. Lovely shot, nice evening. And when you look on the highway, Brent, the Audrey Jeffers Highway, not much traffic at the moment, but let's keep it there because we don't want to look further east. Especially at this hour with a lot of people leaving work, going home. Is a ball coming straight into goalkeeper Andrews. The young man who's came into the team instead of Alexander. Seen 3 goals put past him. So we're just about 4.5 minutes played so far. The 8 minutes of added on time. And the second game, we understand, is carded to start at about 5:40. As the ball played up towards Wilson Wright. Plays a lovely ball. The Fraser is away. Here goes Fraser. He's looking around, squaring it back. Well, a missed kick from Ford. He should have had his second. Fraser did well. Went up that line. He looked around. He was not selfish. He could have gone for goal. But let's have a look at the run from Fraser.
Yeah, another good run by Fraser. picked his head up and lays it across for the easiest of... I don't know why he didn't use his right foot. He tried the more difficult skill of hitting across his body with his left foot when he just really needed to plant his right foot, open his body up, Colin, and pass it into the net. And you just think, again, in those sorts of situations,
Was the
Ford
substitute? Ford, yeah.
could have done better.
Yeah, the substitute. He scored the third goal, but should have had a second.
Well, it's starting to be a theme now in the Coca-Cola Intercol. Poor finishing. And they go back to what we spoke about earlier in this game with Stern John and talking about maximum concentration when you are in that moment. And I think, Colin, that a lot of these kids are just not giving that sort of concentration when they do have the opportunity.
Well, this is Dunbar for St. Anthony's, but he can't control it. And it's won here by, let's see, is that Harewood? It is. He's hustling up that left side, trying to go wide to Fraser. Go back to goalkeeper Andrews. I must admit, though, Brent, it's been a little bit of a disappointment for me, for East Mucurapo, to look at them. I just didn't think they didn't seem committed in attack, going forward and putting St. Anthony's under pressure. And it's almost as if they were waiting for the St. Anthony team to make mistakes and for them to capitalize on it. And it's really not. They've been solid at the back, haven't they?
Yeah, and it was a concern coming into this game from the East Mucurapo technical staff, and maybe why they refuse to commit too many numbers forward. This could be dangerous.
Yeah,
Bit of confusion.
Yeah, the first mistake they've made, really.
But I think the problem is, of course, Colin, from where we sit here with East Mucurapo, and you talk about that conviction or lacking of, and a lot of it come down to they wanting to play on the counter-attack, which is fine, but if you're doing that, you need numbers.
That's right.
And the numbers never got there for them. And they always seem to be lacking when it comes to the numbers.
Well, here's a right-sided corner. The heads go up, and eventually it's going to be cleared away.
And I think that man Jarvis up front is an example of cutting a lonely figure.
That's right. But here's Fraser.
That's a he's offside if it got to Crovado.
So we are in the final minute of the 8 minutes of added on time, and it's just a matter of time before we hear the whistle of C.J. O'Brien, and it means that St. Anthony's College will be into the Coca-Cola North Zone final. So it's going to be a throw for St. Anthony's, and I would expect he's looking at his watch, C.J. O'Brien. So as soon as this throw is taken, I think he's going to blow his whistle because we are past the 8 minutes now. And there is the throw, and there is the final whistle. St. Anthony's College winners here in semi-final number 1 of the Coca-Cola North Zone. The goals coming from Miller, Fraser, and Ford. Miller in the first half, and a penalty. Sorry, Fraser scored first in the 43rd minute, then a penalty from Miller in the 45+1 added on, and then in the 80th minute, Ford made it 3-0, and that was all she wrote for for East Mucurapo, losing this game comfortably in the end by a much more efficient St. Anthony's College. There's the spectators in already for the second match. Crowd has built up nicely as we're going to get the Fatima College. That's not the result as yet. Pay no attention to that. Because that game is not on yet. But here we're looking at the highlights of this game between East Mucurapo and St. Anthony's. And even though St. Anthony's East Mucurapo started on the front foot, the better chances were created by St. Anthony's. Thomas missing one here, should have done better. And then Fraser as well, look at him. He was leaning back. He should have got over that ball. And then the shot coming from Atiba, that went wide. And here is St. Anthony's on the charge again. Thomas squaring it back. Fraser with the shot straight to the keeper. You have to think that he should have put it away. But then Crovado with the blast. It came off the body of the keeper. The rebound went to Fraser, and he absolutely hammered it into the top of the net in the 43rd minute to give St. Anthony's the lead. And then a penalty. Miller was brought down. He got up and pushed it into the back of the net. Cool as you like, to make it 2-0. So it was at halftime. It was 2-0. The second half got underway, and it was more of the same. St. Anthony's putting East Mucurapo under a lot of pressure. The shot here coming, but had no power in it, and it was easily held by the keeper. And then a free kick, high over the bar. And this was Miller trying to pass it into the net when you thought he should have banged it. Then the shot coming from Crovador, and that as well went wide. And when you think we are settling here for a 2-0 win, Crovador went up the right side. Mohammed tried to shield the ball. Crovador squared it back, and there was Ford to put it into the back of the net to make it 3-0. And so that was it for East Mucurapo, because at 3-0 you had to think they're not going to come back. But then St. Anthony's was not finished. The ball came across from Fraser, and Ford should have been able to put that ball into the back of the net. So 3-0, a comfortable victory in the end for St. Anthony's. Let's have a quick look at the stats. And 3-0, St. Anthony's College, 21 shots to 4. That tells you the domination of St. Anthony's College. Look at it, 6 shots on target to 2. Fouls, 8 to 6. 1 yellow card apiece, no red cards, 4 offsides for St. Anthony's College, 2 for East Mucurapo, 5 corners to 0, and that's again showing you the domination. 2 saves to 3 in favor of St. Anthony's. Only 2 saves for their keeper, 3 for East Mucurapo. And look at the possession, 59% as opposed to 41%. But so here it is, St. Anthony's College, 3-0 winners. And we want to say goodbye to the viewers on TV6. And we hope you've enjoyed the game with us. So it's, again, 3-0. Let's hear from the man of the match. He is down on the field.
I'm here with the NGC man of the match, number 17 for St. Anthony's College, Andel Fraser. Congrats to you, Andel. Yeah. Talk to me about that first goal and the celebration to follow.
Yeah, well, basically, I was really pushing for a lot of goals, but basically, I just get one, you know, and I was watching a lot of MLS flashback with Lionel Messi, so that celebration just come to my head.
Thank you so much. Congratulations to St. Anthony's and to you. Over to Brent Sancho and the coaches.
Yeah. Coach, at the end of the day, disappointing result. Your thoughts?
Yeah, definitely. I am happy with my boys. They have done fantastic whole season. They don't want to give a good account of themselves, and I'm proud of the guys going forward.
It just looked like things never got going. St. Anthony's was sharp. Sometimes those days happen. You said you're proud of them. Obviously, a chance to get to the North Zone final. Of course, building into next season, how do you see things shaping up?
Definitely. Most of my boys are U16 players, and you know, it's a whole developmental process going forward. And I think, yeah, give them some time, we'll do a lot better.
Thank you very much, Coach.
Thanks a lot.
All the best. Coach, a good win, good performance from minute 1 all the way through. Your thoughts on the game today?
Well, as I told you before, Brent, we were going forward with attack, and we continue to attack, and I mean, we get the results.
Well, you had the likes of Prince and Fraser, Thomas up front. They look full of running, full of energy. Of course, Fraser winning the NGC man of the match. Talk to us about the front three and their contribution to the game this afternoon.
Well, Monty or LG or the game, we ask for that, right? We ask for that, improve. Always consistency will bring success, and which the boy brings some success.
Thank you very much, Coach. All the best in the finals.
Thank you very much.
Love that word of advice. Consistency brings success. Here at the Hazley Crawford Stadium, the supporters are here for the second encounter that we're going to experience very soon. Fatima College versus QRC. St. Anthony's College, the Tigers, have taken a bite out of East Mucurapo Secondary School and booked their place in the Coca-Cola Intercol North Zone Final. We come back with more action here at the Hazley Crawford Stadium. This is Coca-Cola Intercol action here in the North Zone at Hasty Crawford Stadium. Fatima College, the winners of the SSFL Premiership and defending champions of the North Zone, up against Queens Royal College. Brent Sancho is with the coach of QRC.
First of all, Kenwin Jones, congratulations. 17 years ago, you took the team to the World Cup, part of that team that were the World Cup, so I've gotten this opportunity to tell you congratulations. Of course, turning things now to today's fixture, an opportunity to get to the finals. Your thoughts?
Well, first of all, thank you for that. It's been a long time ago. It didn't seem that long ago, but 17 years is a long time. And, well, today is definitely a great day. You know, it's a perfect day to play football. Yes, we're coming up against the defending North Zone champions, but, you know, it's the time for us to come out and stand up and be counted.
Well, I know the last time you teams met in the Premiership, it wasn't a good result for Queens Royal College. I'm sure a lot of that tape would have been looked at coming into this fixture. What are the keys to the game for Queens Royal College?
Of course, of us just working harder and being better, you know, and being consistent in our focus and the tactics that we've put out. It is important that with these young men that you try to get them to buy into that and to also to be able to focus and carry that plan out for 90-odd minutes.
Thank you very much, Coach. All the best.
Thank you very much.
Coach Kenwin Jones. Coach Hudson Charles now. Coach, last year you were hunting. This year you're the hunted. Your thoughts?
It seemed that everybody commented to beat Fatima this time here. You know what I mean? So, you know, we are aware of that, you know, the boys are aware of that. So, you know, we're going out there and look for a victory today.
I think one thing we've seen throughout the season from Fatima College is that they've been prepared. How has preparation been for this particular game?
I mean, it has been fantastic. You know, the guys and them have been doing well in training, and they're just eager to come out and play.
Thank you very much, Coach. All the best.
Thank you.
Well, the team getting ready to come out here. And there are the squads.